What if I told you there's a single island on Earth legally ruled by 3 different sovereign nations? Or that, despite being famous for its ancient impenetrable jungles, it's currently the construction site for a high-tech, futuristic megacity. From an underground cave chamber large enough to park 40 jumbo jets, to a 19th century kingdom ruled by a rogue English adventurer. Welcome to Borneo, a landmass that holds some of the most extreme geographic anomalies on the planet. So here are 15 incredible. Borneo is a landmass of staggering proportions. Covering roughly 287,000 square miles, it holds the title of the largest island in Asia and the 3rd largest in the entire world, surpassed only by Greenland and New Guinea. Situated in the heart of maritime Southeast Asia, bordered by the South China Sea, the Sulu Sea, the Celebes Sea, and the Java Sea, its sheer scale dictates its complex climate and immense biodiversity. The island's colossal size means it possesses a vast interior that remains incredibly remote even today, ringed by coastal swamps and mangroves. This immense geographic footprint allows for incredible diverse topography, from sprawling lowland rainforests to towering alpine peaks. For geography enthusiasts, Borneo is more than just an island. It's a mini continent in its own right, boasting geographic extremes that continue to captivate explorers and scientists alike. Stepping into the jungles of Borneo is like stepping back in time. This sprawling rainforest is estimated to be around 130 million years old, making it one of the oldest continuous stretches of primary rainforest on the planet, significantly older than the famous Amazon. Its incredible age is largely due to its geographic location near the equator, which allowed it to remain relatively unaffected by the devastating climatic shifts of the last ice age. While ice sheets scoured other continents, Borneo's forests thrived. This uninterrupted period of climatic stability gave flora and fauna millions of years to evolve and specialize in complete isolation. The result is a staggering density of biodiversity. A single hectare of Bornean lowland forest can contain more tree species than all of North America combined, serving as a living, breathing museum of ancient evolutionary history that has survived against all odds. Hidden deep beneath the jagged limestone pinnacles of the Gunung Mulu National Park, in the Malaysian state of Sarawak, lies a subterranean marvel that is parked in a row. Alternatively, you could fit several replicas of St. Paul's Cathedral inside the room to spare. Reaching the chamber is a grueling physical challenge, requiring a treacherous swim up a subterranean river, keeping this geologic masterpiece largely untouched and shrouded in perpetual, echoing darkness. Piercing the clouds at an elevation of 13,435 feet, Mount Kinabalu is the undisputed roof of Borneo and the highest peak in Malaysia. Located in the northern state of Sabah, this colossal granite dome is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a wonder of physical geography. What truly sets Mount Kinabalu apart isn't just its staggering height, but its role as a biological island in the sky. The mountain exhibits an incredibly high rate of botanical endemism. As you ascend from the tropical lowlands to the freezing alpine meadows, you pass through distinct ecological zones that host over 5,000 species of plants. It's particularly famous for its array of carnivorous pitcher plants, including the gigantic Nepenthes rajah, which produces traps large enough to hold over 3 liters of water and occasionally consume small vertebrates. Borneo's physical isolation from mainland Asia has transformed it into a crucible for evolutionary divergence, resulting in a biosphere teeming with bizarre and wonderful endemic species found nowhere else on Earth. The island's undisputed king is the Bornean orangutan, a highly intelligent great ape perfectly adapted to a life suspended in the rainforest canopy. Along the coastal mangrove swamps, you can find the comical proboscis monkey, instantly recognizable by the male's enormous, pendulous nose and pot belly. Beyond its famous primates, Borneo is also home to the critically endangered pygmy elephant, the world's smallest elephant subspecies. The botanical world is equally bizarre, headlined by the parasitic Rafflesia arnoldi. With no leaves, stems, or true roots, it bursts from the jungle floor to bloom into the world's largest single flower, emitting a putrid stench of rotting meat to attract carrion flies for pollination. We're gonna look at the ancient geographic event that stranded many bizarre animals on this island. To understand Borneo's geography today, you must look at the Pleistocene epoch, the last ice age. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, global sea levels were hundreds of feet lower because massive amounts of water were locked up in the polar ice caps. During this time, Borneo was not an island at all. It was physically attached to mainland Southeast Asia, forming the eastern edge of a colossal, continuous landmass known as Sundaland. This ancient land bridge allowed for the free migration of flora and fauna from the Asian continent deep into what is now the Malay archipelago. When the ice eventually melted and sea levels rose, the land bridges flooded, isolating Borneo. This historic geographic phenomenon perfectly explains why an island thousands of miles from the Asian mainland shares large placental mammals like elephants, rhinos, and sun bears with countries like India and Thailand. The Naya Caves